thing that makes this shop special versus Amazon and an online store is the people behind this counter. Is if you read any of our reviews, we talk to anyone that's come in here, we get to talk to every customer like they're an old friend. We get to go on rides with them. We get to help grow the community by being part of the community, and so it's a very special bond we get, especially in the summertime when the staff get together, because we all go do these things together. We get to go after long days of renting boats, go kayak at night together, and are constantly going on bike rides and camping trips, and it is partly for ourselves, and so we can be the best versions of ourselves, but then it's one of the benefits of working here is we have a crew that understands how important it is to keep doing these things and make time for these things, and to do it together, so we know what we're talking about, so we all do all of this.
And when I'm talking to customers, you know, whether I'm spending 30 minutes talking to a guy who's spending a couple bucks and getting some spokes, or, you know, some hours with somebody getting a new gravel bike, you know, it's all kind of the same. I'm not thinking about, you know, as much as we have to be a business and we have to make money, I'm not thinking about sales. It just happens once I get to talking, and you know, it was one of the craziest things, because moving from a bigger shop to a smaller shop like this, I was able to just spend a lot more time with customers. And what impacted me most was like me inject excitement about bikes, how it transfers to other people, like whether it's spending some time deep with the customer, or like I just walked past a guy who had an old 90s GT, just in passing, said like, hey, sweet bike. As he was like getting a quote, he's like, ah, it's too much, and like to get home, and he called us back and he's like, hey, you guys. I mean, and Jeff didn't sell anything, he just talked to him for like an hour. Let a lady take a gravel bike on a extended like rental, even though we're not supposed to. But I just knew that she was going to enjoy it, and she ended up getting it and coming back and getting bikes for her daughter. It's an investment in another way. The community, I think, is a little bit more important than making the most amount of money. And that's one of my favorite things about working here.
Working here because I love giving people a positive experience on the river. I love to teach people about these rivers and that they're here and that they're here to enjoy. And the same thing goes with the trails too. I want to see people out in the trails and I want to see them biking, and it's something that I'm passionate about and that I love to see other people doing, because I do it myself.
It's about Fort Wayne Outfitters is that they kind of connect with the community here at Fort Wayne. They do a really good job of linking up with other organizations around town to bring people on the river or renting bikes, things like that. So I think it's a really good thing for the community.
So we're very lucky to have this building. I think this building is the soul of this place. It's been through a lot. It started as a train depot and has sat vacant. It was a knitting shop, is now a multi-sport store right in the middle, in the epicenter of where Fort Wayne is growing at. And it is a constant reminder of the things we have now and how simple things are now and how easy things are as we see the wood that was hand planed and put together before electricity. And we're very limited in our space because it's such an old building. The last thing we want to do is be renovating it and tearing out the walls and the trim and screwing things into. So it forces us to work within tight confines, which is adds to the beauty of what comes out. It forces some level of creativity, and it helps us keep that. This is before you were using trains to get into Fort Wayne to access the larger world, and instead of trains now we're using activity and outdoor sport, and so we are that your last departure here before going into a life of adventure and a connectedness with nature and your community.